which I shall not describe
Are you
because.
sure you don't want to describe it now that I've hit the record button? Hey, buddy!
Well, I mean, I'm wearing a jockstrap.
Oh, okay. Well, that could have been way worse.
Oh, it could have been. I could have made it considerably worse. But also, thinking about the uncomfort that I'm going to experience getting up off the seat, my poor butthole is going to be suctioned to the seat.
You procrastinate, then we pick up with it.
Have I introed it every other time? Hey, Sean, do you want
I
to
can
intro
do it
this
if you
one?
want.
Yeah, you can intro for Rocket.
Hi, welcome to Procrastination and
It's okay, you can procrastinate through the Pontification plans.
Welcome to Procrastination and Pontification. Success. I am Sean. I am joined by Shifty, Rocket, and Eileen.
Hi.
How's it all going, everyone?
Fantastic. I'm, yeah, it's been great. It's been a long day. I haven't had an awful lot of sleep. I have several things to do after we finish this today, and I was late because
You're not late,
I'm
though. It's only
ill-prepared for
8:49.
life.
No, you're not late. It's 8:49. We agreed at 9:30.
What?
Yeah, we
Did we?
agreed at 9:30 was the start time.
Ah, well then I'm early. Fantastic. That doesn't help me because I'm still late to do a whole bunch of other things.
Because 8:30 was like a time that everyone was ready. Because no, 9:30 because normally we do
9:30.
D&D today.
Because it was after D&D, yeah.
That's right. That's true. All right. Well, shit. I unintentionally triple booked myself like I just other days, but usually my Mondays are free. But also, we shouldn't be telling people we do this on Mondays because then they'll expect things that we
No,
cannot
because
continue
I
to give
didn't say I was
them.
releasing them on Mondays. I don't know when these are releasing. Oh, I aim for
Ah,
Mondays.
well, lovely.
Sundays
Lovely.
Randomly
I
throughout
aim for Mondays, but if they end up on Thursdays, that's great too.
Randomly throughout the week, he's going to roll a D10. He's going to assign the numbers throughout the week, just completely ignore two of them and just roll. Whatever
I feel
number
like
you
a
get, that's the day
D-
that's releasing on.
Would a D8 not be easier?
Oh yeah, you could do a D8 and
It's
then
only
like
7
one of the
days
numbers
a
is just
week.
re-roll. So my idea is great because you could just avoid two of the days.
Other
That's
than
true.
today, how's life been?
How's life been? Reasonably good. I've started packing because in about 3 weeks I move house, and then in 5 months after that I then move house again.
And
But that one's going to be
you're moving over
more
to
complicated.
You're moving over to Mother.
Yes, I'm moving back in with the mothership for
Hi, Mum.
Hi, Mum. For a limited span of time, which both she and I are very grateful that it's a limited span of time for various reasons, which I shan't go into because it's rude.
Because
I
it's
don't want
rude.
to alienate because it's rude, and I don't want to alienate other members of our family that may or may not be listening to this podcast.
Mostly Mum, really.
My mum will get it. Hi, Mum. But other than that, furiously sewing because I have bags that need to be finished before the end of September, and September is about to start, so like I'm running out of time considering they're not even cut
Furiously
out.
sewing.
And furiously sewing,
You got a
and I
sewing
have
machine
an
and
outfit that I have to.
There's just
I
heavy
have a
metal
sewing
playing
machine
in
with
the
anger management
background.
problems.
There's just heavy metal playing in the background, and all you hear is
Yeah.
and in the background it's just like
And I have an R18 outfit that I need to finish making for myself because I'm bartending this weekend for an event that is
and
heavy on the lewd.
Oh, interesting. I'm gonna tickle the cat's beans. He's just sat down above me.
That sounds, depending on the context, that sounds horrendous. Oh, that's also gross. And Danny, what's new? How's life? Give me something interesting, Eileen.
This is not the episode. You cannot just.
That's all right. I think I have a topic that might pique her interest somewhat.
Oh,
maybe.
Right. Yeah. My week's been.
Your week has been?
Yep. What
have you done this week?
Oh, work is surprisingly stressful when people are stupid.
Oh God, I know that feeling so bad.
It's even worse because I work in like a supermarket, so there's no way it should be as stressful as it has been. But what are you supposed to do? It's not like I'm in charge.
See,
I wouldn't be able to stop people from being stupid even if I was in charge, so it doesn't matter.
Right. I am in charge. and I
Your
have-
Discord is having a lot of issues, but
That's okay. My microphone's not, so my microphone's picking me up.
I was gonna say I can hear him fine on this end.
Maybe it's just her Discord. Maybe it's because her microphone's slightly picking me up, so it's muting me.
That's fair.
Who knows?
And Sean, life, the universe,
Uh,
a small portion of things.
Standard issue. I found out our other maintenance person is resigning, and his last day is on the 27th. I go and leave on the 28th.
Oh wait, is that the one that
The alcoholic.
not the one that called in sick 2 weeks in a row? Oh, it sounds like Thingy has more shifts that he can pick up if he really wanted to. Yeah, 'cause 2 shifts is definitely enough to live on a week.
Man,
We're talking
it's
about
like
Thingy
2
that starts with
shifts.
K.
We're talking about Fred.
yeah, I thought it was.
We're talking about Fred from work. Not
Yeah.
to be confused with Fred from work.
Or
That
Dave
Fred doesn't work there
from
anymore. He was
Campbell.
great.
Dave from accounting. He can pick up more shifts now.
In maintenance. Dave turns up with his suitcase. All that's in his suitcase is a wrench. We don't use wrenches here, so. How's Baldur's
Oh,
Gate been
goodness.
for everyone?
Ooh,
And by
so
everyone,
good.
I mean everyone except Danny, except Eileen, because Baldur's Gate has been her missing her boyfriend for like past week.
So good. I managed to get one of the main story characters to fall in love with my custom character.
Nice.
But
Is it by any
but-
chance Astarion?
no,
Gale.
God,
You're
no.
a Gale
It's
person.
Gale. Of course it's
Yeah.
Gale. Of course it's Gale.
Yeah,
My
because
little
it's
heart needs
so
to prevent
hard.
him from blowing up.
You're so it's so hard to get Gale to fall in love with you. I accidentally made Gale fall in love with me.
Yes, it's not
trying to
exactly
get-
hard.
While trying to get Lae'zel to fall in love with me.
Wait, you failed to get Lae'zel to fall in love with you?
I don't know. She's angry and mean all the time.
See, my housemates managed to get Shadowheart to fall in love with him. Which is not exactly hard. You do the same thing you do with Gale. You be nice to them, and then you tell them that you don't want them to kill themselves, and then they're like,
What? Wait, Gale. Spoke to Gale once, and he was just like,
Yep.
"Do you want to sleep with me tonight?" And I was like, No, I was talking to Lae'zel over there." And then,
Wow,
like,
I put effort.
during-
I put effort in.
during that conversation, like during that party night, you go to bed and it's just like, go to Gale's side or dream of Lae'zel. I'm like, oh man.
Wow. See, I
See-
did nothing on the party night. Nothing at all. I talked. I talked to the Bear Daddy, and the Bear Daddy said that if circumstances were different, he would happily have me in his bed. And I was
Are you
like,
talking about
I was
Halson?
not trying to. Yep, I was not trying to sleep. I was not trying to sleep with Halson. He's just a horny bastard.
No,
and
everyone's
then-
horny. Wait, hold on. Am I having a completely
Babe, do you
different
wanna watch him?
experience? I'm watching him. Am I having a completely different experience from everyone? Because, like, I had a viewer the other day while I was streaming it, and they're like, is everyone just super horny in this game? And every conversation I've had, everyone's been trying to get into my pants.
Wow, really? No, nobody.
Everyone is super horny in that game.
Everyone is super.
And
horny in
you
Act-
won't let
in
me
Act
get
One.
into your pants.
I haven't stopped you yet. You've just been away, and then we've been at work, and then I've been playing Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I've been home. I've been lying here the entire time in bed doing nothing, freely available, and I've got
You've been
nothing.
asleep. You're not allowed to get mad at me during Pontification. Procrastination.
Like it's gonna stop her from getting mad at you.
No,
You have to
she's
give her the
always
dick
mad at me.
sometime, dude.
She's always mad at me.
Gives
Anyway.
her a tiny man named Richard. Here you go.
Here's the dick.
But I will point out. Everyone is super horny in Act 1. It slows down in Act 2. Gale has professed his love for me, so that's as far as it goes.
Yeah, apparently I'm just having a fling with Lae'zel, so. And she doesn't
Okay.
see it that way, so.
She doesn't see it that way. It's all right, Danny. No one will ever replace you.
You're not saying the right words. You need to say look at Matt in the eyes and go, I smell your moisture.
Oh. I don't want to know where that came from. I don't want to know.
That came from Lae'zel.
Lae'zel's an alien. She doesn't have the same sort of conversation starters and
Oh.
topics like a
Oh, that's horrible.
normal material plain person does.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable for you.
It's
Jesus
so
Christ.
awkward. It's so weird.
I smell your moisture.
Hold on, I might be able to
Ultimate-
Google real quick
Ultimate
just a
foreplay
quote
line.
from
I
Laser.
smell your moisture.
Oh.
How do you spell her name?
ALECAL.
Ah, Jesus Christ, that's a white screen. Asterian quotes, Shadow Heart quotes, Lazel quotes. Oh, there's a video of it. Oh, cool, that doesn't help. I just wanted written down ones. That would have been so much easier. Because I don't think Streamlabs picks up things like this. Oh no, it really does. Cool. That's not gonna help. Alright, that's fine. I'll find them later and I'll do something. Write it down. Or something.
I mean, he's
But
already got one. I smell
they're-
your moisture.
Yeah, they're weird. They're weird quotes. They're not okay. Oh wait, I think I just found some. Yes, I went back to looking for the quote.
That makes me really uncomfortable. I've had some genuine conversations with Gail, and no creepiness has happened. At all.
I think he left me in Matt's co-op game.
He did. Everyone's
Who?
left
He did.
except Lazel and Shadowheart.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because we've decided to not be the best of people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not the nicest drow and half-orc.
Everyone is still in my campaign. Everyone.
When Asterion comes to take a
Oh,
midnight
everyone. Sorry, everyone
step
except
from me,
for Astarion, because I
Uh,
gave him up.
I took the option of attack him in our co-op playthrough. I rolled poorly, so I just stabbed him in the stomach.
See,
And then he left.
Astarion is the one that isn't in our playthrough because we gave him up to the hunter. He just seemed like a bit of a cunt. I know too many people in real life like him, and I just could not deal with another one.
Yeah, I didn't like him either. Like, the moment he started talking, I'm like, I'm not gonna like you.
Yeah, it doesn't get better. We just left him in our camp. We just left him in our camp for ages, and then
There's a reason
when we
I
met the
don't talk
hunter, I
to
was
him
just
in
like,
my solo.
and then when we met the hunter, I was just like, here he is, take him, like have at thee.
Oh, I just led the hunter. Yeah, I led him to the camp. I was like, okay, sure.
I found the owlbear cub in my game as well. I found him at the goblin camp. Just
Yeah, so
chilling.
did I. I refound him at
However-
the goblin camp.
I do believe that's probably as far as the small talk goes, because we seem to be going around in circles.
Yeah.
All right. Now I do have a topic today, but I am going to read a little thingy first, which may not make a terrible amount of sense until I let you know what the topic is. But I'm going to let you know what the topic is after I've read the thingy.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Actually, to be fair, you'll probably get it as soon as I, like halfway through. So it says, this is from an article online, just to preface. This is not my personal experience. My client came to my apartment for an appointment. This was like our 4th time. He saw that I had a Roomba in the corner on its charging base. I just bought it like a week prior. He literally squealed and insisted that I start it up so he could watch. This fucking nerd spent 2 hours watching this stupid robot bounce around my apartment, scooping up literally no dust because I'd run it earlier that day. He fucking loved it. We didn't even have sex. I see him every 2 weeks now, approximately, and he still needs to see the Roomba run for a few minutes before we do anything else. He sometimes even brings a Ziploc bag of his own pocket lint that he's collected since our last appointment, so that he can spill it on the floor in front of the Roomba as it scoots around. I mean, come on, how adorable is that?
That's great.
Now, my topic for this week, which may make people uncomfortable, and I don't care, because I am a faggot, is sex work. Yay, nay, and do you have any funny stories?
Well,
I'm
clearly
aware
I
that no
don't.
one. I'm aware that nobody in this group is a sex worker, but I know for a fact that we've all met a couple.
Oh, Arlene might have some funny stories that she's read somewhere.
Reddited?
Well, she bought the book, pin cushions and something. There's a sex worker that put out a book of things that happened while she was working.
And cushions and pizza.
Pizza and pin cushions?
Pizza and pin cushions.
Here's a book. It's
That
from
sounds
a sex
fantastic.
worker somewhere, and
Um,
it's got some interesting stories, huh?
But the topic occurred to me because, so much like everybody else in this group, I'm a New Zealander, and while frowned upon, I suppose, sex work in New Zealand is perfectly legal so long as you do it properly. Right?
Yeah.
I live in Australia. It's not legal here, or at least not in this state in any meaningful way. It's illegal. But I'm a fervent believer that sex workers work. Like, so long as it's approached properly, it's perfectly valid work. They should be supported and given the access to services that they need, like affordable and accurate STI screening and information on like safe sex and how to take care of yourself and like counseling and all of that.
Right.
Right. But I wanted everybody else's views on the thing because I'm not just going to sit here and talk for 45 minutes because that's not a thing. What are your guys' views on all of this?
As a straight male, do you really as a straight male that enjoys the feminine figure? And I'm okay with sex workers are workers as long as they're doing it correctly, like you said.
John!
I'm of similar mind to Matt there, but it's a matter of like whatever floats your boat, do it safely, do it properly.
I mean, if you're
you want to bone your way to victory, do it.
If you're able to pay your rent and live a comfortable life doing what you enjoy doing, you may as well do it, right?
Yeah,
The
Danny,
book
what
is
do you
called
reckon?
Pizza, Pin Cushions, and Playing It Straight, and it was written by a chick from when she did sex work in Oz.
In Oz?
So yeah, so
Mhm.
some places over there it's legal.
Yeah, I can only speak for WA. I think it might be semi-legal or like more approachable over east, but here in WA, sex work is illegal. There are certain loopholes, like content creators on sites that we will not mention because the likelihood of getting sued is quite high.
Are you talking about the For Us ones? The For Us pages?
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
For us pages.
That's what Rascals is.
Twitch safe.
But like groups of people that do that aren't technically, in the eyes of the law here, sex workers. They're adult entertainers, and that's different because you can be a stripper and you can be a go-go dancer, and but being an escort is illegal.
Of course.
Yeah, it's kind of backwards. I've got a couple more stories though. If you'd rather me just
carry on. Well,
Okay,
I don't have any. I'm not. I think Eileen's got to search up some if she wants to read any out. But
okay. Well, this story comes from.
This is gonna be heavy. This is gonna be a rocket heavy episode, I think.
Oh God, I'm not that heavy.
No, you're
The story
probably
comes from a self-described dungeon lady and professional sub. And it was apparently hardly the only one that she had. So I had a guy lay me out on a table, take my shoes off, get out a set of dental picks and mirrors and electric toothbrush, and do a dental exam on my feet.
What?
For an hour.
What?
checking for cavities, polishing, flossing, etc. I was supposed to play the whole. I was supposed to play the whole thing straight as if it was really my teeth he was examining. Never did his penis come out of his pants. It was actually a totally great time, if a bit bizarre to start with. People are into some interesting things.
Dental
Be-
equipment, feet.
See, the
That's
thing is,
weird.
like, that's not even the strangest one that I know from people I know. Being part of the community that I'm part of, I know some people that are very much into that. Wow, that's a long story.
Let me brush your feet.
Come here, baby. Let me check you for cavities between your toes.
Let me
because
check your toes for bad breath.
with me. Oh.
Hold on, I'm just gonna run this floss through your toes. I'm not okay with that. This is gonna be a fun episode to edit.
He's gonna have to relive this.
Another. I had a friend who was a sex worker. My favorite story from her was a client who wanted her to stand in a corner facing the wall wearing nothing but combat boots and reading from Ulysses.
Right?
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. Ulysses is an interesting book.
It's a
That-
very
that's a-
interesting book.
Oh. I was kind of hoping I'd get slightly more input with this, but clearly I'm
sorry.
going to be the only one that's talking.
Look, man, if only wasn't super tired for some reason. Should be.
I'm sorry. I fucking, for the last 3 nights, I closed my department and had to deal with absolute stupidity.
Remember that
And
phone
then, even after finishing at 7 o'clock last night, I had to drive around because I fucked up the one thing I wanted to fucking do so that I couldn't do what I had planned on doing all day because I'd planned it. And then I ended up using my fucking Macca's points to get myself a fucking hot chocolate. But then I was really hungry the following day and I was sad that I'd wasted it because I wanted a fucking cheeseburger. And then I went and stayed at a mate's and slept on the couch, got my arm destroyed by a cat, woke up in the morning really, really rough, and then fucked off to work for 4 hours and then drove home, and I've gotten no attention from my man.
I was going to say, and whose
Mm.
story is this? Because this is very interesting.
In my defense, she's been asleep most of the day.
That's fair. You really should fix
What you-
this situation and
what
give,
you
and give
should
the
have
lady
done,
some
Matt.
attention.
What you should have done is you should have just positioned yourself adequately and just stared at her until she woke up.
Oh, no, I was doing that before I fell asleep. He kept turning around. He was like, why are you looking at me? I'm like, 'cause I
Position yourself
fucking can.
Position yourself adequately and stared at her until she woke up.
No, I was basically staring at him on his fucking computer. I rolled over, and every single time he would make fucking eye contact with me, and he's like, what have I done?
You didn't
You remember
pound
that
her the
small
way
talk
she
we
wants to
asked?
be pounded in.
Remember that small talk we asked for at the very beginning?
This would have been great then, but she wasn't feeling the words. She wasn't feeling for the words.
Just edit it back on there. Just slap it.
I
in
wasn't
there.
annoyed. I wasn't annoyed enough. Someone wasn't giving me enough shit. But I've had a day.
You've had a
I have
day.
a
Would you like to
cat on
talk
my
about
lap.
your day? This is procrastination and pontification. We
also-
can talk about whatever.
Yeah, really. I mean, the topic exists. It just now needs to be pontificated at some point.
We've
I also
pontificated
have-
it.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, baby. You're too late.
I think we've pontificated it as enough as we can, unless Danny wants to add her opinion on sex workers and feet dentist.
Foot dentist.
Would that be a dental podiatrist
I need to
Yeah,
buy
probably.
floss.
for your feet?
No, there's floss in the bathroom.
No, there's not.
It was.
I don't know where it's gone.
Oh,
Matt used it on his toes.
yeah, the floss the gunk out. Ugh.
Very seldom. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, very seldom do I make my brother uncomfortable enough that he makes that sound. Can we
These are
just please
weird.
mark the day where he cringed audibly on a podcast because of
Which
something
is-
that I said?
Which is funny because my feet are grosser than his. I'm always like, babe, you need to change your socks. You've been wearing them. He's like, no, my feet aren't gross. My feet sweat more than he does.
My feet don't
See-
sweat at all, which are
No,
weird.
but-
Like the rest of me
See-
It's
does.
fucking strange. He's also
No, no,
got
yep.
monster feet.
I can explain that if
Also,
you'd like.
yeah, my size technically 10.5 feet, but male shoes do not get in half sizes.
So you have to wear 11s.
I wear 11s. But they look
I
like
can
fucking.
explain-
They look gigantic compared to everyone else's
That is
feet.
the same
until-
size foot as my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is tall. He is a like standard large man, like my dad and my
Standard
brother,
large
who
man,
are both
as opposed
taller
to-
than Matt. They have smaller feet.
A standard
yeah,
large
so
man, as opposed to the limited edition large man, of course.
my feet look massive until I stand next to Sean, and then his size 13 feet look massive.
I can
Yeah, but
explain. I can actually
fucking-
explain the not sweating thing if you'd like.
We went to, because he's being a fucking cock, we went and I forced him to try on shoes. These fucking, like, massive, heavy as shit things because they're steel caps. And they're fucking huge, and then he puts them on. And suddenly, they've changed size. It's magic. They don't look weird or out of place.
I made a joke when I put them on. I was like, I'm sorry, do you want me to figure out when my toe sits in these? And I pushed down the front jokingly, because, like, they're steel caps. You can't fucking move those. You can't squeeze them down. I was just like, yep, there's where my toe sits, I think. She's like, are they even the right size? I put my other shoe aside. I was like, yes.
It's not the same size as the shoes he was wearing.
I have a
this-
similar issue to Matt, where I need a half size. I need a 12.5, not a 13.
Yeah, but they don't make male shoes in half sizes,
No.
unless someone can prove
No, they
me
don't.
wrong at some point.
Buy
Unless you're going
heels.
to. So unless
If
you're going to.
if you buy drag heels would convert.
Alright, I'll go buy
so-
drag heels instead.
Unless you're going to buy European-sized shoes from Europe, or a big box store in, say, Auckland or Wellington, you're not going to find half-size shoes.
That's fine, I don't need half size shoes. I've lived with
Also, the reason
full-size
you
shoes
don't
my entire
sweat
life.
over much, Matt, is because you have a thyroid condition.
No, but I sweat everywhere else.
Yes, but not your feet or your hands.
Yeah, that's true. My hands get really cold though, that's great.
That's also because of the thyroid condition. I have the same problem for the opposite thyroid condition. I don't sweat. But it does mean in summer I have issues with the heat because I can't cool down.
But just remember, we're not doctors, so we don't know this.
Yes, but like I don't know that I have ADHD. The doctors tell me I don't.
Do you remember the woman that you kept getting annoyed with when you were working in Delhi? The one that is now the Nightfall the Nightfall leader?
Yeah.
The reason she done the things the way she done them is she's autistic.
Yeah, but she was under ordering.
Yes.
She left me up shit creek with fuck all fucking birds to fucking fry.
She's great though.
Yeah, she's lovely.
She's great.
Lovely, just not very good at her job.
No, she wasn't good at Delhi, but she didn't like Delhi, and she actually did apply for Nightfall when she started 3 years ago. And the boss,
Oh.
the big boss, was like, "Oh, here's a shift that you can do, even though that shift that you actually asked for is still open."
See, I did the fucking same. I called them. I'm like, hey, I want a position in this department. They're like, cool, come in. We'll have a talk. I roll in there. They're like, here's a fucking contract. And it's for 3 different departments, and none of them is the one that I asked for.
Oh, and I to go back to last week about the whole coffees and beans and stuff. You can make tea out of literally anything.
No, not true.
Nope, very true.
No, not true, because depending on what it's made from, it's not actually tea.
Well,
It
that's
is an
true.
infusion.
Whatever. They'd still call it. Yeah, but they wouldn't call it a
Or
fucking.
or a tisane.
Yeah, but they wouldn't call that if they were trying to sell it. They would be
Or
like,
a
"This is
teacher."
a
Actually,
tea,"
they
and
do.
then
No,
people
no,
are
so I
like,
can
"This
get-
is not a
so-
tea. This is an infusion."
Untrue. So I can go to Coles here, the or Woolworths, the equivalent of Countdown in New Zealand.
No,
that's-
no.
Woolworths
You mean
is
you go to
Woolworths.
Woolworths?
Oh, is it Woolworths in New Zealand now?
There's-
It's changing
They're
over.
in the process
Oh,
of
okay.
doing it, and there was
Apologies.
one of the buildings on one of the subreddits was like, "This is the last few days of this place being a countdown," and then the next day the same person posted, "This is now Woolworths. It happened so much quicker than I thought."
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So you can literally go to Coles here or Woolworths, and you can buy things like elderberry rose hips and lemongrass, and it's marketed
Mhm.
as a tisane. It's not a tea,
No, it's tea
I
here.
feel like
It's tea here.
dry
but it's
out.
not a tea.
Yeah, but like if you dried out lemongrass
It's
and then
not
you just
tea.
soaked it
Tea
in
is
water,
literally
people would
tea
still
leaves.
call
It
it
comes
tea.
from a
Tea.
tea plant.
It's a tea.
And lentil
it's
milk
not a tea.
exists. What's your point?
It's a tea pose.
It's tea post.
It's a tea pose.
No, it's
I
a
in
soup.
fact have a little tea infuser man who is tea posing, who sits drowning in my cup while I have my cup of tea.
That's great.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
All right, I do have one more kind of cute story.
That's cool. We're trying to cut this one short anyway because you do have stuff to do and you were panicking
Yes, I
for
do.
it. So
I am panicking. I am continuously panicking.
Just stop,
I'll get
Anakin,
the,
please.
I'll get the wheel ready, shall I?
My current significant other was an escort, and we met through her work. I was her strange client. I was a law student at the time and had lost my previous significant other, for reasons I won't go into. I really had a hard time dating because of time constraints, etc. So I paid an escort to date me. She'd come over, we'd make dinner, watch TV, fool around, take naps, and generally be boyfriend or girlfriend on Saturday afternoon and evening. We did this for over 6 months. Every Saturday, she'd come over. She'd put on more comfortable attire, and we'd decide on something to eat, either making it or getting it takeout. Eventually, she began to tell me what kinds of food she liked and what shows or movies she wanted to watch. I'd take initiative and tell her what kind of sex I liked, and she did too. After a few months, we'd take afternoon dates to the park or to the movies. 6 months in, she'd stop leaving first thing on Sunday morning, and we'd instead have breakfast or go for a walk. Then it escalated to her showering Sunday morning and spending most of the day. I didn't know if she wanted more money, so one Sunday I offered extra cash and she became quiet and said that she liked me and didn't want to do this anymore, as she thought it was hurting me. I told her I liked her. 7 years later, I'm an associate partner at a firm, and she teaches high school English. No one knows how we met or what she used to do. It's like our weird little secret. We have this funny story that'll probably go to the grave with us.
That's an abnormally sweet story for a sex worker.
Right? Right? That's adorable.
Dude was just like, here's some more money since you stuck around. She was like, I was sticking around because I wanted to.
That's adorable.
That's great.
I have friends back in New Zealand who, for
Oh, that's good.
anonymity, shall remain nameless, who met very similarly. She was a stripper at a place in our hometown.
You mean the only place
Yep.
in our hometown?
Yep.
Which has shut down multiple times and then reopened?
And he's a guy I went to high school with, and now they're married and they have 3 children. And they met there.
Oh, congratulations to them. Or,
Yeah,
I don't know.
to them.
I literally read a story before that was these both guys that'd been friends for like 8 years or something, that hang out and dick about and everything else. And then at one point the guy turned to the friend and he was like, "Are we a couple or are we just like dude bros?" And he's like, "Eh." And they kissed and they've been together ever since.
Ah, that's adorable. I bet one of them thought that they were straight before that conversation.
Are we a couple or are we like dude bros?
Dude bros. It's not gay unless you turn your hat backwards.
It's not gay unless you call them dude bros.
It's not gay until your balls touch, boys. Let's be real.
Good thing my balls haven't touched Eileen's then.
No,
I don't know, they're pretty.
No, but
They're
hers
pretty
have
big. It's
definitely
gotten
touched
pretty
yours.
close.
Hers have definitely touched yours.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
so she is definitely gay.
Only for you, baby.
Only for you in those
Steven.
massive balls.
Oh, jeez, what an interesting. Am I spinning this wheel?
Yeah, spin the wheel.
If it works on this, on the put the wheel in here page.
Wheel of names. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a
Wheel
whole
of
thing
names.
for it now.
Yeah, we got a thing for it.
Sorry, I came home today and I turned around to Matt,
A real wheel.
and I think
Eileen.
I think he was happy about what I said when I turned around and I deadpan said, "I'm sorry, I couldn't fuck that person." And Matt's like really happy, but he's like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Because he has a tall person bed."
She had to like throw herself
Look,
onto it.
Eileen, seriously, Eileen, I totally agree. I totally agree. As a fellow short person, I have massive problems fucking somebody who has a tall person bed.
I fully had to like climb onto this thing.
I had to spin the wheel twice because it gave us the winner is Eileen again.
And that's
a
not
tall
fair.
person bed.
A tall person bed is a bed
Taller
that a
than your
short
bed.
person genuinely needs a chair to get on top of.
Person, he's the same height as Matt.
I'm taller than Matt, thank you very much.
Yeah, you've got like a normal person bed.
A tall person
bed is taller than your bed.
Not to be confused with I went to Sean's.
A tall person bed, Sean, is a bed that a short person, i.e. Eileen or myself, genuinely needs a step stool or a run-up to get on top of.
If I ever get a tall person bed and I invite short people over to sleep on it, mandatory rule, you must have a running start to get up onto it because it would be funny.
Flying leap onto the
The
bed.
last tall person
There
I
would be
slept
enough
with.
room as well because he's got like a tiny hallway, like into the bedroom because it's like the start of the room goes alongside the front of the ensuite, so there's actually like you could run to the bed.
The last tall person I slept with, right? Who is a really nice guy. We've kept in contact. He's a very good friend of mine. It'll never happen again because I don't like feeling like I'm going to choke on something that's not in my mouth. Genuinely had to give me a leg up to get onto his bed. Now I'm 5'2". I am by no means abysmally short, but I'm very small for a male.
Oh, if you're 5'2", I'm only just taller than you. We know that I'm taller than you, but like
We know that.
that must mean I'm like around the 5'4" area then, I guess.
I would say you're
I
probably
once-
5'5" or 5'6".
Yeah.
I once turned around to the tallest person that I knew, and like genuinely, I was like, I don't know if I want to fuck you because I want to see what the fuck it's like, or if I want to fuck you because I'm interested in you. And he's like, yeah, you're not the first person that said that to me.
No, it's totally valid. But also, a person who has a thing for egregiously tall gentlemen. It is rather awkward when you're in the middle of things and you're not on top because you get a view of their nipples, but not much else.
Just take a photo, just take a selfie and just print it out, stick it over your nipples.
Can you do
But,
me
like-
a favor? Can you just get a tattoo of your face on your chest, please?
But I feel kind of bad because, as a smaller guy, normally...
Nipple plate! Easy access nipple plate! Surely there's a way around it. If I can get Matt, who's slightly taller than me, to fucking be dicking me down, and also at the same time fucking contouring himself to get at my tit, then I'm sure you can do it.
No, you can, but with the guy who's look, I'm unashamed to admit I'm a bottom. It's a thing. I'm
You
a
don't need to
bottom.
be ashamed to admit that you
No, I'm not ashamed to admit it.
you just said you're ashamed to admit it.
Is this why you're
did I say I was
comfortable
ashamed to admit
discussing
it?
You did
your
say that.
brother's sex life
Oh, okay.
with
I'm
me
not-
because you know that dick is good?
Yeah, I know what getting dick down properly is like, so it's fine. But what I meant is I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm a bottom.
Fully said
It's
you're
fantastic.
ashamed.
I know what I said. It's fine. We've established that I said I was
He's a
ashamed.
bashful whore. Leave him alone.
But genuinely, I feel really bad when I'm getting dick down properly by a really tall guy, and he goes to try and kiss me, and he basically has to snap his own back in 3 places to get to my mouth.
Oh, hold on.
Because,
Give me a moment.
Because he's, for argument's sake, the tallest person I've slept with was 7'2". I'm 5'2". So he is he's literally 2 feet taller than me. And he's pounding away, and I've got a great view of between his belly button and his nipples, and he decided then was a great time to try and kiss me, and he realized halfway to my mouth that he could not bend that way.
Clearly, he needs to do his fucking
Clearly needs
his
to stretch a
stretches
bit more.
first.
Yoga for tall people is not a thing, because after you get past a certain height, it's dangerous for you to bend down too quickly. It's hard for the blood to get up and down that far. He was lightheaded when he was hard. I ended up being on top because he just couldn't.
It's like
What? No, is it because of how tall he was or because of how big he was? Because there's two different ideologies there.
The answer to both questions is yes.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, it was I stayed the night because I couldn't walk.
Oh no.
And then there's your sister who marries a trophy dick.
Right?
Hey, you gotta be careful. She could be listening to this as well.
We love you both anyway. Shush. We're just giving your partner kudos on having what allegedly is a trophy-winning penis.
Which allegedly is a forearm below the waist.
Wow.
She measured it once. She legitimately measured it once. I cannot recall what the measurements were, but she full on like, okay, cool, you're up in action. I'm going to go get a fucking ruler.
I can't obviously guarantee it, but I can almost guarantee that I have slept with people with bigger penises. It doesn't always mean better sex.
I don't know. I think I feel as though you may have. She's kind of married and knocked up, and they were together like since like childhood. So I feel like you have a greater range of to compare the results to.
What Eileen is trying very, very taciturnly to say is, I'm a slut and my sister is not.
Well, normally it's the other way around, so congratulations.
What's saying my sister is a slut? In her life, she's had like 3 partners.
Your sister's hot enough to be a slut.
Oh, I know she is. Like, credit where credit's due. She is stunning, but she's also very conservative.
She was already taken, so I had to go with a male version.
I know.
I'm sorry that I am such an
And
issue.
I'm sorry I was gay, Danny.
God damn it.
Sorry, I'll leave. Clearly I'm not wanted here anymore.
Well, clearly you are wanted. She's been trying to get you to fuck her all day.
No, she hasn't. She's not said anything to me.
Because she can't.
I was staring at you.
No, she can't because she was asleep.
My
I
lovely
was being
brother,
creepy
who
and
will never
staring
admit
at
it.
you.
My lovely brother, who will never admit it, is as autistic as I am. You actually have to tell him you want to do the sex.
Sorry, I haven't turned around today and said want some fuck. I apologize. It's normally the go-to, but I haven't actually voiced that today.
Please tell
I'm
me that
sorry.
is actually the go-to.
It does.
Yeah.
It happens all the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. That's brilliant. I'm using that when I move because I won't get laid until then.
But take your mum out to a fucking nightclub, get her laid, and then you can get yourself laid with someone else as well.
I have 2 boys that are waiting for me.
I
I know.
Go out and get
like-
your mother laid anyway. She deserves it.
I know she deserves it, but she has no game at all anymore. Love you, Mum.
Which makes no sense because all of her children are so well versed in game.
It's so weird that both of our parents have no game at
Really?
all.
You think I'm well versed in game? I have no game. I don't know how it's happened. I genuinely don't know how I've met 2 very, very amazing people. I don't know.
Hi, 2 amazing people, because I assume Rocket's gonna be like, hey, yeah, we made a podcast. This is its name.
Oh yeah, they know about the podcast. They know about it.
You say that, and you fucking like every single time that you like move somewhere, you have a man. Like it does not take you long to get a man. Fucking all of Matt's friends fucking would go after his sister to the point that it was a little bit creepy, which is funny that he ended up with one of his sister's mates. And then fucking Matt had at one point had fucking people from his old school come up to him and be like, I had a crush on you, and it's happened multiple times.
That has never happened to me. No, that has happened to me one time, and I wish I'd known about it sooner because I would have pursued it. Because he is also egregiously tall.
Yeah, I wish past me new things.
Yeah, I wish past me knew things too. But also, I wish
Sean,
past
when
me
are
didn't
you
get stuck
gonna
at Catholic
when are you gonna
school.
say that you
Like,
have a
here's
crush
the
on my sister?
checklist. Does he check the box? He is tall. Yes, he checks the box. I can fuck him.
I don't have a crush on
That's
your
not
sister.
my only. That is not my only thing. But it's not.
I apologize. Am I supposed
Sean's,
to?
Yeah, you're not a close enough friend of mine to have a
Sounds
crush
so
on my
shallow.
How dare you?
You're not a close enough friend to have a crush on my sister. It's not allowed. I'm sorry.
Shit.
I have to have known you personally for at least 3 years first.
No, no,
I know. I know. You
It's
just
the
have not
only-
been deemed worthy enough to
only
have a crush on.
Yeah, the only
the sister
criteria he hasn't ticked is the fact that he doesn't have a crush on our sister, which is sorry, Sean.
Shit. All right, I'll go now.
Too bad I have streamer mode enabled as soon as Streamlabs opens, right? Otherwise you could like disconnect it, it could be like dum.
All right. Well, I do in fact have to leave because I have half an hour to get to the airport.
All right.
And I
Oh.
am still not dressed. And as a gay man, it takes me more than 15 minutes to get changed.
It takes
Just
me 15
dress
minutes.
like
I'm
a straight
woman.
man.
Yeah.
You don't need to impress anyone today.
I do, in fact, need to impress people.
Even I say that, but like even on like the only time I dress like a straight man is days that I just don't want to get dressed. But I like go out of my way to make sure I look nice.
I've helped him. I have helped him. I have brought him new clothes, and at least now he knows that he cannot wear the same color on the same color.
No, I only do that when I'm
Has
feeling
learned.
lazy.
And when you're not leaving the house, I hope.
Yeah.
Good man.
But I mean, I also she also goes out of her way to buy me like Jurassic Park shirts, and I really like those. And she bought me dinosaur PJ pants because I'm a child.
I have puppy dog PJ pants.
I came home and I said, babe, I need to go to Kmart when I get paid. He's like, why? I'm like, because I saw a Jurassic Park shirt that I couldn't afford at the time.
Sounds like I'm getting more clothes. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, he also has another shirt because I brought a male shirt to sleep in at Cameron, so I wasn't sleeping naked. Fucking... So, and it's a large. It was a male shirt, so he now has another shirt.
Just a plain black
Yes,
t-shirt.
It's
Anyway,
a V-neck, so
we'll,
it won't strangle you.
we'll call it here.
Okay.
At 47
What are
minutes.
we calling it?
48 minutes.
Beatrice?
Yes, we'll call it Beatrice.
Jason.
Beatrice.
No, we can't call it Jason.
No.
Well, I said
We'll
Beatrice.
call it Beatson.
Shut.
It's now Beatson.
Beatson?
Beatson.
Yes.
It's like,
Alright, we are
it's
gonna
like
call
naming my
Beatson. Yeah.
dog on Remnant Jimothy.
Jim, it's
Sean!
you?
No, Jimothy. Everyone was like,
Jimothy.
Jimothy? I was like, no, it's not
Sean!
Jimothy, it's Jimothy. Jason?
Shut.
Hey, you guys, remember that
Sean,
PS3
you have
game?
to do the
Outro.
farewells. The
Yeah,
outro, that's the
uh,
word.
I was waiting for everyone to finish talking and Danny to finish going, Sean!
It won't
in the
happen. You just
background.
have to do it.
I know.
Sean.
No, shush. Thank you for joining us. I am Sean. You can find Shifty at
Sean.
Shifty Games on Twitch. You can also occasionally find Eileen there and myself.
Sean.
You can also find us in the Shift House.
Sean.
Sean, apparently. Am I missing anything?
No, I think that was it. Yeah,
All right.
links in the down below if you're on YouTube. And I don't believe there's links on Spotify, so go listen to it
Yeah.
on YouTube instead.
Sean.
But also Spotify because I went out of my way to do that shit.
Because Sean,